Hey, you guys, we are back to do another review of Married at First Sight. Child, this was just a whole mess. I was going to do a skip, but it felt like it was inappropriate to do a skip because it was something I saw that could have been skitted about. But anyway, honey, this was a whole mess, and I'm very disappointed at Orion.
Too much anger to do a skit for me.
No. All right, guys, let's get into it.
We keep it real. Expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and sip some tea. Join the Kourtney family. We're about relationships and review. Making it fun just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Kourtney and Eddie.
I always put God first. Hey, what's going on, co-ed camp folks? How y'all doing tonight? Welcome back to another video of Kourtney Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my actual wife right here.
Kourtney, also known as Coco.
This right here is Kourtney and Eddie. This channel is all about relationships. It's all about reviews. It's all about entertainment. It's all about famous rants and jokes. And tonight we're going to be talking about Married at First Sight. I'm kind of angry, kind of frustrated with this episode. Orion should never sign up for this show.
So if you're brand new to this channel, you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. Hit it. Make sure you hit that like, hit it, and make sure you comment and share it. Share it.
Hit the comment. Hit it.
Okay. All right. So you guys, let's just go ahead and get into it because it's so much to unpack. You know, it really and truly was the Orion and Lauren show, to be honest.
Basically, yeah. Well, I can see.
Because it started out where it ended up last week, where they was talking and they sitting at the dinner, and he pretty much, you know, after she said that she had sex 2 months ago, which was before the engagement, he pretty much took sex off the table, and she was like, well, ain't nothing else to talk about, child. Let me might well eat my food. And that's the skit I wanted to do. Because don't you remember when in Color Purple, when what's her name? Whoopi Seeley was sitting at the table and she was eating and she had that fork. I felt like it was finna be one of them moments. Did I ever ask you for anything? I ain't never asked you for anything, not even your sorry hand in marriage.
So, but she did because she signed up for the show.
Yeah, okay,
yeah, whatever. Yeah, man. But like I said, I can get where Orion's coming from. You know, you signed up for a show. It's probably a possibility that you might be engaged. So why get tied up with somebody else before you get on the show? But then again, I see her point of view too. She wasn't engaged,
right?
So she was free to do whatever she wanted to do. Yeah. So I can kind of see both sides, but it's how you handle the situation.
Right.
I really don't think Orion handled that situation, correctly.
Right.
He just got into his feelings a little too quick for me, and said sex is off the table. Basically, like you said, shaming her, looking down on her, and judging her because of what she did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you think he's overreacting. He's an overreactor.
Right.
He's an overactor.
Right.
He's an actor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done.
Okay, thank you. So, because he said that I jump in and I don't give him a chance to finish his long,
I can feel it,
run-on sentences. So anyway, so he was also saying too that of course she felt judging, and he was saying that he's not judging her, and he wasn't saying that sex. It wasn't just because she had sex 2 months ago that he said this sex is off the table. She said, well, what is it then? It's not just that. Oh. He was saying, well, we need to just slow down.
Hold up. Why say after she told you that she had sex 2 months before the process started? Why bring it up then? You could have brought this up before this conversation even came up. You could have, when y'all sitting down there at your wedding, you know what, baby, I know we just met. We're just gonna chill for on the sex thing till we get to know one another.
Right.
But you didn't do that.
Yeah.
You waited till she brought that up then you said, no, sex was off the table. So that's the reason why you did it.
In fact, they were talking about sex. You know what I'm saying? I think she initiated, hey, what you like, what you don't like, yada, yada, yada. But he was engaging in that. And he was very taken back when, she said 2 months. Because he was like, well, it's been a year and a half for me. I knew I was doing this. So I wanted to just wait. And da-da-da-da, huh?
Now, I see what he did. You see how he did her, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what if he told her, you know what, I kissed a man, and she did him the same way?
Mm-hmm.
He'd be all up in his feelings about that. You know what
if he said he kissed a man,
because he said he kissed a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if she judged him about that, he'd be feeling all sorry about himself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it seems like to me this relationship or this marriage is just one way.
It's one sided.
It's one sided. It's one way. His way.
Y'all ain't gonna tell you what I feel, not just yet. But anyway, so she was just like, you know what? Let's just have quietness. I just want to eat in quietness. You know what I'm saying? Before I do the seal on you, I just want to eat in quietness and everything. And of course, he couldn't even do that. He was like, well, you know what? That quiet thing ain't finna work for me. So I'm going to have to talk because we need to talk this out. And she was like, listen, I do not feel safe in this moment. I do not want to continue to talk about it. And she starts to, shed tears. And she said, because I don't feel safe.
I can tell you one thing about Lauren. She cry real easily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she really does. But yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like I said, Ryan. I had high hopes for the guy at the beginning. But after I see him now, and after I seen him how he's moving right now and how he's acting right now, my conclusion is this: he has a lot of work to do on himself.
Yeah. I agree. He had said, well, I'm sorry if. She said, listen here. Hold up. Don't if me, honey. Don't. Now, I agree. I don't like for nobody to say, I'm sorry if you know exactly what you did and you hurt my feelings because of something. Don't if me in that.
I don't want to if you if I feel like I say, hey, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. Take it away.
And so she said, don't if me in that. You're a grown man. You mature enough to know. So do not do me like that. I said, Now, I didn't feel that his if was wrong. I'm not, because I don't feel like he knew exactly per se. I don't know. Anyway. But anyway, she was getting on him about that or whatever. So I guess he was like, Rrr. See, now at first we saw, to me, the soft Lauren, the one that wanted to agree, the one that wanted to make her husband feel good, the safe and all that stuff. Now I said, you talked about sex, child, and she done turned the corner and flipped the script on you finna see how she really and truly feels. Now, it's not just bringing up that thing. I think it's bringing up all the other emotions too that she felt.
Yeah, I can tell you one thing that I did notice is that when Lauren goes to, as you would say, Orion he kind of backtracks.
Yeah,
he sees that. When he sees that stuff brewing in her, he stops and he backtracks and he goes back into his shell.
Yep.
And he don't want to see Lauren go full angry. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause he's not gonna like it. Mm-mm. And I think she's been trying to hold back from being portrayed that way, but he keep pushing her buttons. He keep poking the bear, and the bear is gonna come out.
And see, let me just go ahead and say this before I forget. So I don't know right now, first of all, he giving me a little Michael Jackson, that soft little voice vibes, but then he also giving me a little Karen and Ken mixed together. Because it's like he just doing that little, type of thing, and with that little soft Michael Jackson voice. But he also feel like he's also giving me that he's scared of the angry black woman thing that she's throwing up. So he's gonna do that. So that right there. So I feel that Lauren is trying to not be portrayed that way. Right. And I was just watching the after party, and Keisha was like, sometimes we as black women get portrayed as this aggressive woman and we can't show our feelings. And Lauren said she felt like that. And when he was talking about your tone, I didn't like your tone. I was like, hold up, brother.
Let me interject with that. With this subject here. Okay, because yes, a lot of black women do get portrayed to being the angry black woman, but sometimes your tones can be used at the wrong time.
Any tone, any color of
Well,
tone.
yeah, I
Not just a
get
black
that.
woman, but just any
But I
color.
get that. But for some reason, when a black woman, when she gets that tone, is more powerful. Put it that way.
You can say powerful, that's the word, but still, it's a lot of other
Uh,
non-black people
yeah,
that have
but
a tone and they don't get labeled like
I
that.
get that. But their tone, if I would look compare tones, I'm gonna get more afraid of the sister tone than
Why?
I don't know.
The power?
I guess it's the power.
Because it can be aggressiveness
I don't know
or
what
something
it
like
is
that.
because
Latinos can get like they can go flip it too now.
they can, but it's something about the sisters, man. Because the reason why I say that, I remember when I was working one night and the sister came back and cussed me off for no reason. You know what I'm saying? It's the tone. You know what I'm saying? It's just sometimes, it's a place, it's a time, place for everything. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
And it don't necessarily have to do with color. I mean,
I don't know.
I like I'm saying. See, we still giving that tone like, oh, black women have this strong, aggressive tone. But if you can label like and say, hey, it has authority and power behind it, maybe I can agree with that.
Maybe that's what I'm trying to get at. That's what kind of is the power behind the tone. And, the same tone or the same sentence said about a different race, it don't carry that gravitas. That it doesn't carry that weight. It doesn't carry that power as a sister would put it out. You know what I'm saying? And it's just it don't, man. I've been in the military. I've been chewed out by different races, man. Something about
female.
Yeah, female, and something about that sister when she chew you out. You feel it. You feel it to your bones. So I'm just being honest with you.
And so, anyway, Ryan up there shaking in his boot chat. So, let's move on to Emily, and they need to break up Benny. What his name is? Ben, Brennan, whatever,
No fun, Benny.
Honey,
no fun, Benny.
Honey, he just.
I just got just a weird feeling about Benny, man. It's like
Brennan,
I'm sorry. I just have a weird feeling about the dude, man. It's like he's too, I don't want to say closed off, man, but he's way too reserved. You know what I'm saying?
Is he like his dad? Is that the one that?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. He's like his dad, man. Like he's trying to take over the family. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
So anyway, as they sit there talking, they having a conversation. They're talking about, it's just light and fluffy. They talking about religion and what's their religious views. It seems as though she was, as far as Christmas, she said she did celebrate Christmas. She kind of grew up as a fake Catholic. Catholic, not, I guess, really not hardcore. So, you know what I'm saying? They just probably did some Catholic stuff, but didn't go to the extreme as some. He said that he was raised up, Jewish. And so as far as their kids, she was just saying she don't want her kids to kind of like be in, Catholic, because she don't want them to be in that, she called it, occult type of, religion and stuff like that. So he said, so you willing to, switch and stuff? She's like, yeah, I'm
plus
open-minded.
Plus the Catholic Church been getting a bad rep when it comes to adults and kids.
Oh yeah. Well, a lot of.
Oh yeah, but they most definitely got bad rep. They were trying to hide.
So they also talked about, raising kids, how many children they want. They talk about, football Sundays, what team they going for and stuff. So she was like, I'm a Broncos fan and everything. He was like, ooh, really? So they, talked about that. So let's move back on as the Lauren and Orion show. So he apologized for how he acted and how he responded. She said that in that moment, she didn't feel like, he supported her, and she wants him to make sure that, I think this was when they were coming into the bedroom. She wants him to start to pretty much stand on what he said. So if you saying, hey, sex off the table and stuff like that, she said, I need to know why. Don't scurry around and say, well, I really and truly wasn't just about that. Well, it's because of this. She said, because I'm feeling judged and everything. What you want to say, baby?
Yeah, you speak your truth, man. Just tell her, yeah, I don't want to have sex with you because you had sex 2 months before before you start the process. Just be honest with her, man. Sometimes you got to man up, even though what you standing on might not be right, but that's your opinion.
Right.
You have every right to feel that way.
Yeah.
But he was so shook that he want to get her riled up, so he kind of like basically lied.
Yeah. And so she was just like, that's what she was saying. Listen, you about to really truly make me mad. She said, because you not standing on nothing. And so he said, okay, I really and truly, it was a turnoff for me. She said, well, I'm glad you just say that. Just say that, and the truth finally comes out. He was like, I always tell the truth. She said, no, you don't, because when we was talking yesterday or whenever it was, she said you were just scurrying around the actual truth and you just could not tell me straight up. She said, it's like you trying to shame me for having sex 2 months ago. Like, the way you did it was pure and my intentions were bad. He said, I'm not trying to say that. Michael Jackson, stop it. He said, I'm not trying to say that.
Yeah, you are, man. That's what you basically saying, that you did it the right way and she didn't, and that's your opinion. You got every right to feel that way, like I said once before, man. So stop it, man. Sometimes you gotta man up.
My thing is when it comes to this now, okay, going back, because I think I misquoted, Orion did not like the women in his culture or his race because he said that they were not too submissive. They were too, I guess, vocal. And I guess he wanted more of a submissive woman. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what he said.
Man, it could be. That's probably why he bumping head with Laura right now.
Right.
She is very vocal about
Right.
her stances and whatnot. And if he's having trouble with his own community with women,
Right.
he's gonna have most definitely gonna have trouble with a sister.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Cause let's keep it real. Sisters are vocal, man. They're gonna tell you what's on their mind and they're gonna be strong about it,
Right.
And so a lot of guys can't handle that.
Yeah. And I don't think he knew what he was getting into. He may like the how beautiful she is, but he can't deal with
One
all
thing
that other
about
stuff.
sisters, man. That's why I enjoy dating sisters, man. Cause it's like a chess match. Who gonna have the power over who? Don't try to challenge my power, cause I'll put you back in your place. And when they finally see out the alpha, they bow down to me. That's right. That's who I am.
Well, then you met me and all that changed because the people in the comments, that's Kourtney so controlling. She's so controlling.
You know why you winning that? Because I allow it. I'm still the alpha. When I'm losing, I'm still the alpha.
That's right, baby. But anyway, so yeah, that's basically what it is, and so I think that's what he was saying in his community. He really and truly don't like to deal with them because blah blah blah. And I think my problem was, who said that you had the power to take sex off the table? That's my thing. Oh, sex off the table. Who you controlling, ruling here? It should have been a conversation.
It takes two people to have sex, right?
I know that.
So if he removed himself from this equation.
But I'm just saying that if this your wife, you sit there and talk to her and tell her how you feel. Don't just say that you just gonna take it off the table like that.
I agree with you. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Because it's like it should be a joint, joint thing. And this is how I'm feeling. And I feel like because of this, I want to,
But once again, that shows his immaturity.
Oh yeah, it does. Because she was saying that, had a thought in that moment. She was just saying, I know when she was crying. But anyway, let's move on. So Cameron and Claire, they wake up and basically their conversation is that it seems as though he went swimming when he dove in the ocean. He hurt his ear or something like that. I thought he had water in it, but he said he didn't sleep good that night. He pretty much was up all night long, so he's gonna go to the doctor. Claire was like, well, I got a meeting today. She didn't say it like that, but I felt like she didn't show a lot of empathy toward him, and she did not go to the appointment with him because she was like, well, I got a Zoom meeting today.
Yeah, she said, I got a Zoom meeting. You're crazy about jumping in the ocean like that. I told you not to jump in the ocean. That's why I don't be jumping in the ocean, man. Heck, I don't even jump in the bathtub. Well, then again, I do the bathtub. Rubber dub, baby. Rubber dub. In the tub. Showing y'all love.
And so Claire was just saying that, as far as intimacy, it seemed like that, they get into a place of being a little bit more intimate. When she was, I think, ordering the food, she was doing something because he was saying, you know what I like? I like this, that, that, and she rolled it off. So I said, okay, she got a man order. She got his stuff. He was just rubbing on her like
That's
that.
what I'm talking about.
So
You
said,
know
okay,
what? You know what I like to eat. That's right. No, what I like to eat. What I like to eat, baby.
For what, breakfast?
Mm-hmm.
You want those dried up sausage patties, and then you like a rice or grits and toast and bacon.
I like for dinner.
Pork chops and rice.
There you go, my baby. No, ooh, I know what you like.
Can you tell? So let's move on. So
okay, he got jokes. So I'm
he
having
said,
stomach issues right now.
Let's not get into that. So he said that he feels that Claire would be like, good to come home to. So it seems like they good in good cohesive place. She's gonna be good to come home to because he said he's been in relationships before where you come home and you dread coming home. You want to be in a place where you come home and you just kind of melt your troubles away because you're home.
And I know you people out there,
people,
that's in the comments and watching this. I know either you or somebody that's been in a relationship or a marriage, dread coming home from work, going to that house. They would probably stop out 10 stores before they come home and get home around 10 o'clock. Hopefully that person they married to is in bed by the time they get home, because you want peace when you come home.
Amen.
You want to come home to peace and relaxation, and some people don't have that. Yeah. Those same people you get behind when you leave from work, coming home, you get stuck behind a car driving real slow. That's that person. He don't want to go home. That's why he driving slow. Yeah.
Man, it makes a huge difference, if you're with somebody, you know what I'm saying? You single, you know what the deal is. But, to come home and, like my husband was like, he wasn't feeling good today. And so he shouldn't even be this close to me just in case he got the cutest. But anyway, so
his wife got the flu and he got sick. So I wasn't around him today though.
But he was like, it feels good. I feel better now that I came home and saw you, what I'm saying, playing with him, talking to him and stuff like that or whatever. So it feels good when you have that peace at home, because you out there in that world dealing with all types of stuff and you just never know what's going to pop off. And when you come home, you want to come home to a place of peace. And that means a lot.
And some people, they got a second home they go to. I don't want to go to my original home. I go to the side chick home. I feel more at peace at the side chick home. I'm just being honest with you. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. The side chick until she become the wife, and
then he got to find another side chick, and the cycle continues.
It does. That's pretty much how it goes. So anyway, so let's see. Becca and Austin, they're sitting there talking. Becca, she wants to go in deeper. But him, Austin don't want to talk about religion right now, Chad. He was like, we'll do that later. So let's move on.
Austin's like Neo for the Matrix, boy. He dodged no question. He don't want no parts of it.
Emily and what's his name? Brennan. What's his name? Brennan. That's his name.
Yeah.
So they are playing games and little badminton or whatever, all them little game shuffleboard, all that stuff, whatever. So it seems like she's winning. She said even with a broke wrist that he could care less about, but that's just me. And she winning and stuff like that or whatever. So she was like, I was kind of beating you and stuff like that. He said, well, we just here to have fun and stuff. So she was like, oh, okay. You like to have fun? And then that mafia pulled up out of his soul.
I promise you, man. After I saw his dad and his mom, they got beat in the mob. Man. He had them big shades on. The dad did. He said, once you're in the family, you never leave the family.
He looked like one of those old heads back in Vegas, honey, when it was created. So she said, oh, you know how to have fun? He was like, yeah, you don't think I know how to have fun? You don't think I know how to have fun? And so anyway, she said, well, I was just playing. I can't believe you don't think I know how to have fun.
You don't know? You don't think I can have fun? Who, me? I'll show you fun. I'm not going to show you right now because I might get in trouble. But me? Of all people? Fun? My name is Fun. F-U-N. So that's that mafia coming out.
I thought you can spell something else. So anyway, I just F you that and you do the rest. So
wow.
yeah,
You think that little of me?
So anyway, it seemed like he and his feelings. They got the cameras, like the cameras doing, honey. They got scared too. They was like,
they don't want to get whacked.
We in the bushes, honey. We in the bushes, child. We try to see too, honey.
Because his Brendan's demeanor, man, it's like I can see him being in the mall. Cause he don't. He's like he don't get excited. He's like he's too laid back, and he's like he already said, "Yeah, man, you gotta earn my trust to be in my circle and stuff." The language he uses too, man.
Anyway, honey, wasn't that Emily? Be afraid, girl. Be very afraid. So let's go back to the Orion and Lauren show. So she's back from the gym. She's walking to the room and stuff like that. And of course, he's stealing his feelings. He can't let him loose. He can't let him go because of what happened. She's also stealing her feelings and stuff, but she says she's extending grace because she understands that he said some stuff in the moment, and she feels that he has a good heart, a good soul, and stuff like that. So, but she just wants consistency. So when you say something, be consistent. Don't bounce around, honey. Bloop, 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 bloop. Don't do that. Just be consistent in what you got to say. And let's see, and he kind of tears up and stuff. He pulled a little glass up, wiped that little tear, honey. Because she was like, I feel that you're a good person for me, of course. And she hugged him and she was like, come here. You know what I'm saying? Like, come here, let me hug you, let me love on you and stuff like that.
He said, I'm the man in the mirror. Michael Jackson. You're gonna make that change. Yeah, when you sick with a sign of affection, you get silly.
You got the signs of affection?
I think I do, man. All this right, man. Ear feels stuffy, and this right here is real sore, congested, and I don't feel too good.
So Cameron went to the doctor there, but at the resort, but he said that they don't really truly, they can't treat him for that, they just there for little paper cuts and stuff. So they can't treat him for that. So they sent him to a doctor in Cancun. So he's letting Claire know, and she looked like, oh, okay, well, I got a meeting, honey. I got a Zoom meeting. I was like, Claire, if it was a me, I would still want to go to somewhere with my man. Like I wouldn't just let him go off somewhere by himself.
Claire and Brendan, they show no empathy towards their mates.
Maybe they should have been matched, honey.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They probably would have been a bad match too.
Cause she's just like, and I don't know, she's just so used to being single that she don't know how to care for somebody.
Man, that's a good point. Some people be single so long, man, they don't know how to interact or show empathy or care for someone else because all they got to be concerned about in the past is themselves.
And then, especially when she told them guys that she used to date, honey, they push her to the side like she wasn't there.
Now, I'm starting to see why they probably push her to the side because she probably removed her own self from the relationship, acting the way she's acting.
Dang. So anyway, let's go. So Becca and Austin are sitting down. And they pretty much talking about, in-depth things. She's like, my past relationship, I sit down, I want to get to know people, and I just kind of go deep. I want to go deep with conversation, And she was like, so they ended up talking about religion briefly. She said that she grew up, she was raised Jewish, and he said that he's just a regular Christian, y'all.
What's a regular Christian, man?
Him. He's just regular.
He's regular. You got extra Christian.
You do.
You got medium Christian.
You do.
I mean, you got extra small Christian.
Yep.
Then you got the regular Christian.
You got the regular child.
You just regular, huh?
They're gonna do the mediocre, honey. Ain't gonna do too much of that. Ain't finna go deep in that Bible, honey. They gonna go to church on Sunday and probably sing a few hymns and they head back home.
So you a regular Christian?
Child, we not even finna get into that.
I guess I was a regular Christian then.
I mean, he just say he's just regular Christian. So anyway, but she said that but she's an agnostic.
Agnostic.
No, that's not what she said.
Agnostic.
Yeah.
Agnostic.
What is that, baby?
Somebody just don't believe in religion, I think, man. Okay. Sometimes I get that and an atheist confused. So, man, I know the guys in the comments, guys and girls in the comments, they know. I get confused.
So let's move on to the Lauren and Orion show. So let's see. So they are Oh yeah, so they sit down. I think, and which is good that they have implemented the couples calling the doctors. You know what I'm saying, calling the experts and stuff like that, because they've been having to figure it out on the honeymoon, and we ain't heard nothing from them. So she said, you know what?
You know they learned that from?
They probably gave them a lifeline. They just got a lifeline. You call somebody.
They learned that from. I'm a good person. Look, I need the experts here right now. They said, we hear you now. We're going to have to be there for now on.
There was a good old time when we laughed and we laughed
We do skits
on his
and
show.
stuff.
On that episode, we laughed.
Alyssa. I'm a good person.
It.
Look at him over there, breathing real hard.
Look at him, so aggressive. We will never stop laughing at that. It will always be. But anyway, so she was saying that, she wouldn't call Dr. Pia and, talk about their issues and stuff like that. So Dr. Pia get on the phone and, he was saying that he feels like that he failed a marriage. And Dr. Pia said that you sound like you're judging yourself, like you're harshly judging yourself and stuff like that. Orion said that, as far as Lauren's tone, he said anything that she can change her tone. I was like, bro.
Basically,
change a black woman to change her tone. And she wasn't even that amped up for real. She wasn't amped up from what we saw. She was just elevated because she said she was emotional.
First of all, he's probably never been around a lot of black women.
He ain't seen some pop off, honey.
And also, it's not a lot of black women in Denver, Colorado anyway. So, he's not used to that. You know what I'm saying?
He probably watch TV.
Well, he probably think that's just TV. He think that's acting. You know what I'm saying? Let him come down to the dirty South. See all these black women down here. I can't take it. I'm the man.
What did you sing?
Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson.
And that's when you say, I'm the man in the mirror. That song didn't go like that.
Oh, how I go?
I can't even remember.
Okay, then. I'm the man in the mirror.
That's wrong. That's wrong.
He said, I'm the man in the mirror.
For what's in my life.
Yeah, I'm the man in the mirror. Yeah, okay. That's what I said.
Gotta feel real good. Gonna make a difference. Gonna make it right. Hey.
I swear you think you're Beyonce.
No, I don't. No, I do not. So anyway.
I'm the man in the mirror. I told you.
It ain't I'm the man.
I'm the man.
I'm the man in the mirror. What's in my life? Make a difference.
Get to it. Get to it. No, you doing too. Never mind. You gonna wait. You say the whole song. Don't worry about it.
Okay, yeah. Anyway,
you still got to look at.
Gotta make that change for once in my life. No, it's not. But it ain't. I'm the man in the mirror. I do know that. But anyway, so yeah, he was saying too that he just didn't like her tone and stuff like that. And I know a lot of y'all peeped that, like I peeped that, and telling a black woman that you didn't like her tone, I'm saying, I felt some type of way about that. And so but she said, I was frustrated, and my tone was elevated.
To me, she to me personally, I don't think she just what's the word I'm looking for? She didn't have to give him an explanation of her tone. You know what I'm saying? That's who she is. Yeah. So he didn't. That's just me. Right. Right. So I don't think she needed to do that.
Yeah. Like, I mean, come on, Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Like, child, you acting you all soft and stuff like that. And I really believe that it's not. That's not accurate of who you are.
Now, if the tone was like that, just in general, you know what I'm saying? Just something simple, general like that, yeah, I can kind of say, oh, my tone like that. Right. We just talking, just having small talk. But she was heated
and emotional,
so she has every right to kind of raise her voice, right. and express herself.
Right.
So yeah, she didn't have to give him no kind of explanation of why her tone was like that. She can speak the way she wants.
And then he used the excuse, well, I see my stepdad,
what they got to do with
my mom and my sister and stuff like that. I was like, oh my,
he was reaching. Yeah, he was
reaching. I mean, you're reaching, honey.
Now, if he said, Yeah, I was watching TV and I saw VH1 hip
Little
hop,
bit different.
yeah, and I see how it went. Then I said, okay, yeah, man, but you talking about your dad and your mama and your, come on now.
So he said, you know, after he got off the call and all that stuff or whatever, you know, he was like, you know, I need some space. I'm still trying to process. He's still trying to process what, man?
He's very sensitive.
I mean,
emotional.
And some of y'all feel that he is still struggling with
sexuality.
Yeah.
Which I kind of think that too.
And the reason, you know, of course, you know, we may not light of that, but we'll point it out because he said that he was
trying to figure it out.
Yeah, trying to figure it out. And, you know, he kissed a man and he said he didn't like it other than Carrie. What's her name? Katy Perry. She said she kissed a girl. She liked it. But he said he kissed a man and he didn't like it.
I kissed a girl and I like it.
That's not how. Why does everything go like that? And why is everything like this? Some little head bop. Everything. This is not kids bop. So why is that everything? That's not how it went. But anyway, so yeah, he said, so some of y'all seems to think that, and it could be that. It could be that, you know, a woman is not what he actually wants, but maybe for his culture, he has to get a woman. He has to make sure he operates as a heterosexual instead of homosexual. So maybe that's something that he can't bring shame on his culture. So he's going to come and show everybody that he can be with a woman.
But he's making it worse by doing what he's doing.
Oh, yeah.
The way he's going about doing it, he just make his family and, you know, his culture, you know, he brings shame to the family, you know, in my opinion, you know. All that, but
go ahead.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, you're right, but not the way he said. He said Lauren had brought shame to his auntie, cousin, little nephew, honey, little poop from down the street, and everybody else, honey, so he can't deal with it.
Yeah.
So let's move on. So the couples are at dinner. So Cameron, I said, come on, Cam. He done brought the girl some flowers. And it was so big, I couldn't even put my hands around flowers. I mean, everything. And she was like, oh my God. I said, what the kid said, girl, it's still dry. She said, oh, you're so sweet. Give me one of them little church hugs. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I gotta zoom in.
Whoa.
Yeah, she's gonna step it up, man. She's got to. I don't know, man. It's like, I know you're not used to being like. Well, she said she was in plenty of relationships. They just kind of push her to the side.
She better come on because this man.
Yeah, he might end up pushing her to the side.
Okay, because she was like, "Oh my gosh, she was just so sweet. I'm about to cry." I was like, "Girl, let me see the tears. I want to see them because right now, I need for you to give him a kiss, whether it's on the cheek or something. But you need to give him a kiss because
what she need to do is look in the mirror. I'm the man in the mirror. Ooh.
Can I make that change?
She need to make a change.
Oh,
okay. I got you started.
So anyway, so he brought her the flowers and stuff like that, and y'all know. So they asking everybody where they are, how they relationship and stuff like that. You know, everybody say they little part. As far as the Orion and Lauren show, she said that, you know. Now, first of all, she seemed a little distant because they got a little gap between her and she looked like she rolling her eyes and stuff because she said that, you know, she's trying to give him space because I think she in her feelings because he said he wanted space. Like, you know, what is space? Like, what you need space for? Because remember when she said shut up and stop talking, he said, I can't deal with this because that's not effective communication, basically.
Turn around, now you need space.
Now he want to have the space and it's still not communicating.
To me, that's a power move, man. She told him, be quiet. She don't want to talk, so he decided to talk anyway. He wants to control the narrative. Now, when he wants space and be quiet, he wants her to grant him that space and quietness. You know, you got to look at. You know, you can't have it both ways, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't control this woman like that. I think that's what he wants control.
Oh, it definitely. Well, he got the wrong somebody. He need to no. Anyway, so Lauren apologizes to Orion for the statement that she made again about, you know, his race and everything.
How many times is she gonna have to apologize, man? You know, Lauren, I know what you're trying to do. I understand it, but you apologize more than once. And that should be good enough.
Can he please apologize for what he said when he was a kid? And remember, his mama said, no, that's not what you need to say. He said that he was corrected. And, but yeah, he said he was corrected once he found out. Okay, once she found out what she said, she was corrected, right?
Right.
So ain't nobody still holding that over his head. So why is he over it, holding it over her head?
Good point. Good point.
And he probably was saying it too when he was a teenager and an adult.
Yeah, especially if you listen to rap music, as he claimed he was saying.
He said he listened to rap music.
He was saying along with a song.
Anyway, so the Lauren and Orion show. So they waking up. They talking about that they didn't go to bed till 3 a.m. Because they kind of each talking on their own separate camera. Because Orion said that he felt like that she didn't have his back. And for calling him, the racial stuff. That he said, have you ever called anybody this? And she said, no, I don't even know what that is. I never heard of it. So he said it first, and she was like, no.
Man, it's like, man, I understand you trying to stand up for your culture and everything. I get that, Ryan. But you gotta understand, Lauren has a culture she has to stand up for also.
Hello?
So you got to put the same energy into learn her culture like you want her to put to learn your culture. And to me, it's one-sided, man.
Is.
And it's frustrating. And I understand Lauren's trying to play the good person here, the good, take the higher ground, the higher road, or whatever you want to call it. But eventually, man, you got to kind of step up and open your mind, show her some grace, and learn something about her. You I'm so offended. You offended my culture by saying that, yada, yada, yada. You need to learn about my culture. Learn about her culture. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. You can't have it like that. That will kind of piss me off with this episode, man. And Lauren really didn't have nobody, kind of have a back because she ain't got no brothers and sisters there on the show with her.
Right. In the next episode, you got Becca.
Next week.
Next scene. You got Becca wants Austin to pretty much show up for her. And he was like, okay, I don't know what they're going to look like, but okay. And she want him to be serious. And she was like, I just want to make sure that you're going to show up for me. So that's Becca and Austin. Austin be real silly and stuff like that. So,
Austin going, are we talking about Neo?
Who?
Neo?
Who is Neo?
Austin. He's dodging quick.
Neo, ain't that the fish in the
Yeah, your Neo's in the Matrix too.
Oh, okay, I never watched it.
Yeah, he, that's that famous scene when he was shooting the pew-pews at him.
Yeah,
he was dodging them like that. That's how Austin dodged her questions. What you think about religion? What you think? What you think about the politics? So he dodged them all.
So anyway, so the couples are getting ready to pack. They packing. They finna get ready to leave, and I guess Lauren and Orion supposed to be downstairs trying catching the bus with everybody else. But
they in the principal office.
Yep. Orion said that he wanted to talk to Pastor Cal. Now on the after party, he said that he wanted to talk to a black man that understood exactly where he was coming from, so that he could understand a little more. And Keisha was like, "Well, girl, ain't you a black woman?" So he wanted to understand it from a black man, so he wanted to talk to Pastor Cat. So about the
basically,
situation.
he been, what you call him, some misogynist?
I guess.
Yeah, because he didn't want to talk to a black woman, he wanted to talk to a black man. Okay.
So Lauren is before he talked to her, so they showing that Lauren is crying to Claire. And granted, she didn't want to be on camera, honey. She went and did the right thing to do, because when you had that ugly cry and all that stuff, you don't want to be on camera. So she is crying.
She in the little. Why do an ugly cry? I won't be on camera.
You don't really cry like that.
Flip the table. Why?
I've seen you shed tears though.
I never shed tears for you. Why? Then I drop on my knees. Why? Yeah. They go, ooh. Give him the Grammy or the Oscar for the best acting of crime and
let's move on. So anyway, so yeah, she's crying to Claire, and she was just basically saying that, she took off her ring. She said that, she wanted a divorce. He keeps saying that, he was offended. And she offended the community, his community and stuff like that. And so she was just like, it's just not something she could do. She said she has apologized to this man over and over and over. And she just don't know what else to do. And she said she has not felt this hurt since her mom died. Like, she's really hurt. Like, she wasn't just crying. She was boo-hoo crying.
You know,
she said because she really and truly was feeling this man.
You know how some guys know they got something over your head, and they keep pressing down on it. That's what it seems like to me. He knows that, you know, this is affecting her like that,
Right.
and she's feeling real. She beating herself over it,
Right.
and he knows that, and it's like he's not gonna give up on it. You know, he's not gonna give her grace. He's not gonna show her grace. He's gonna keep doubling down on it. He's gonna still drill it down on her. You know, so he can feel more empowered.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
she's falling apart with this, man. She's beating herself up over it, and she says she told the guy, "I'm sorry," so many times. She apologized to the guy, and he won't accept it.
Do you think that he's trying to find that way out?
That too. I really think he's trying to find a way out of the marriage.
Yeah.
And he's using that, you know, as an excuse to get out of it. But just tell him, man, stop beating around the bush. Hey.
Because I don't know if the after part of this, but she had said that he forgave her. She said that he said, "Oh, we moving past that," you know, and he forgave her and all that stuff with her. But then all of a sudden, when she clap on him and say, you know, "Oh, you saying da 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 da," then he wanna, that's manipulative. Then you wanna hash up something she did to throw it back on her to make her feel bad.
Yeah, man, it's all about mind games and stuff they playing, or he's playing.
So yeah, he called Pastor Cal and wants to talk to Pastor Cal and basically tell her, you know, tell Pastor Cal, you know, she was sitting up and disrespecting my culture, da 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 da. Pastor Cal said, "Well, you know, we know," and she understands about. Go ahead.
I really think Pastor Cal wanted to go in on Ryan, but he knew he couldn't. Especially when he brought the race thing up.
Right.
I know he said, "Man, you know who you talking to?
Okay.
We dealt with this too, man. Y'all was already over here. They brought us over here against our will, so we know." And
y'all got reservations.
Yeah, y'all got reservations and you know, casinos, and y'all can do all. We don't have that. We supposed to have 40 acres of the mule. They didn't give us that, you know. So yeah, trust me, we get your plight. We get your plight. We understand it. Trust me, but you gotta understand our plight also. But you know.
Yeah. So but yeah, he ain't trying to understand. It's just all about him. So Pascal was asking, you know, can you speak to Laura, you know, and of course production, you know, grabbing her, bringing her in there. So she said the hurtful thing was that she said he kept saying that she felt like, you know, he felt like she didn't have his back and stuff like that. She said all I did was apologize. I keep apologizing. I think she even said that he said you failed me and you failed the marriage. If he said that, it's trash. That's very trash behavior. Because when it came down, he felt like that, and she said, "No, you haven't failed me. You know what I'm saying? You haven't failed this marriage."
Right.
But it seemed like he told her that. I was like, dude, go somewhere with your misogynistic, emotionally abusive self, because that's what it is. And so Pascal was asking, you know, Lauren, do she want a divorce? And she paused and stuff like that. She said, "No, you know, I know I took out my ring." You know, Pascal said, "Yep, you got emotion. You took off the ring and stuff like that." She said, "So I didn't mean it. So, you know, no, I want to be able to work through this."
Yeah, you know, we as people, not just, you know, raising to people as, you know, people, you know, and everybody. When we get emotional and get our feelings, we say some things, we do some things. And she was hurt.
Yeah.
So she lashed out, you know, so we get it.
So Pascal called them both in there and sit down and talk. And Pascal was telling him, say, "Well, you know, she gave you grace, you know, in those moments. And are you giving her grace?" He said, "Well, you know, I was offended and I can't get over it. You know, what she did, it affected my auntie, my mama, my cousin, my little Pookie, my nephew, you know, little John. He had grew up in 2nd grade with me, and all my entire family, because they're gonna watch this and they're gonna see this." So, you know, he said, "So I just can't get over that."
And Lauren, you know, sometimes you gotta kind of like, you know, have some pride, you know, and you say, you know, say to yourself, "You know what? I'm not gonna do this no more.
Nope.
I'm not gonna let this man treat me like this."
Nope.
And say, "You know what, Pastor Cal? You know what? We ain't gotta say another word, Pastor Cal. I don't want to do this no more. Just get up and walk out." You know what I'm saying?
Period.
don't continue to cave into this guy because you want a marriage.
Yeah.
You know.
And
Go ahead.
go ahead, baby.
No,
I'm sorry.
go ahead.
Yeah, and too, because you just really truly probably just wanted to work, because you're attracted to him for whatever reasons under this bun, my eyesight. So yeah, you wanted to work, you attracted to him, you feeling him and stuff like that.
Pride got to kick in, man. Your self-worth has to kick in, and you cannot allow this man to continue to do this to you.
Right.
You know, you're a beautiful woman.
Gorgeous.
Know your self-worth, man. Don't let this man treat you like that. You know, then he gonna throw his culture involved. You have a culture, you know, he has to respect also. So.
Exactly, because she said, I've been trying to research the stuff. She said, I've been trying to research it, you know, find out, you know, I guess the slurs and all that stuff, whatever, the things to say, not to say, and all that stuff, whatever. So, you know, he was like, well, I just can't get past it. I was like, well, boy, bye, child. You still stay at home with your mama, child. You think you is a prize? Baby, and what they call it in the Cracker Jack box, honey, one of them little cheap prizes. Yes, that's what you are. You ain't no prize, honey, not at all. And I'm saying that because the way you treating this woman. So yeah, she don't deserve this. Period. So anyway, y'all come call his mama and tell him to come pick him up. On that note, you guys, that's all we got. My husband has worked all day. He is exhausted and tired, and I just appreciate him for taking the time to sit on here. I was gonna do it by myself, but y'all know he got to shine too, so he would not let me. So here we are. Here we are,
man in the mirror.
Okay, the man in the mirror.
Oh, it's the man in the mirror. The man. I said it first.
I'm the man in the mirror.
Which I am, the man in the mirror.
So we will see you guys on the next video. Don't forget that we have a Christmas giveaway. If you hadn't seen that video, go on over there and watch that video. And make sure if you have any loved ones that you want to nominate, or it could be you, that you want to be a part of the Christmas giveaway to receive from Co-Ed and Miss Omega. And you'll find out the details over there. Don't forget to go God and let God go with you.
Let's put God first.
Deuces.
Hey! Always put God first.